So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So bring it on.
Well, what a game this is, Peter. The pressure on both sets of players is tremendous, and they're both expected to win no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're contesting a title, a final, or just playing for pride. This one's always special.
And we're underway.
Well, it's safe to say, Peter, we're in the presence of defensive royalty here.
And so what is it that makes Paolo Maldini so regal?
Well, I think the fact that he almost never had to make a tackle says it all. He just doesn't...
Oh, good effort! Superb goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong...
There's the shot!
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And that has been knocked clear. Reinders. Oh, easy pickings there. Gullit was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
He's in a great position here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Now it's Thuram. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. But it had to be. He's got away. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's a sharp little ball here.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Bruno Fernandes. Decent chance! It's a clearance, but not much of one. That's an imaginative pass. This is a promising build-up.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Reinders. Matheus Cunha. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bruno Fernandes.
Manchester United definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Opts to play it back. Rijkaard. Oh, it's Nedved. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He is through here. Hangs in across.
Well played and well cleared. They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Now it's Matheus Cunha. And that's been drilled in.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rummenigge. Oh, it's Nedved. Nedved. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
Seedorf. is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now, can they get him away? And he shoots!
Chelsea truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Tries to pass it through. This looks promising. Nesta clears without hesitation. Reinders cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looked...
And the shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Thuram deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And that is a little undercooked. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Matheus Cunha gives it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Van de Ven. Matheus Cunha. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And Wan-Bissaka. Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
And a fantastic
Chelsea go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Coming soon.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. Away we go again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Beraldo. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Good ball, good take. He's had a shot! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Mbappe certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Seedorf. Bergomi. Hakimi. Ferdinand is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Shifted it to the flank, and here's Mbappe. And the pass is intercepted. Nedved. Mbappe! Pass is coming off in quick succession here. It is a corner. Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. Now this could be a chance. Now the cross. Maldini gets it clear. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Mbappe looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
And that is expertly dealt with. Thuram, look at the space here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Reinders. Nice bit of trickery. Well, that is one way to stop him. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Substitution for Manchester United.
He's having a good look
Number
here.
11.
And this
Gullit.
an opportunity to pull
Coming
level.
on the field is number 20, Bale. Substitution in progress.
Chelsea really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And it's Eze. Looking to pass their way up the pitch.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Chelsea are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Nedved, renowned for his long-range shooting.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Spread it left. Eze, and he's managed to get free. Tries a shot! And he's heaved it away. Nedved. Rummenigge. Chelsea perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
That's the keeper's ball. Into the last quarter of an hour. Eze. Now it's Osimhen.
Chelsea really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Now it's Bale. Oh, sweet feet. Chelsea can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
He's having a shot! Oh, he'd love to have another go at that.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
Corner number 3 coming up. Ødegaard plays it short. Delivered low.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ødegaard. Aimed beyond the defence. Hoisted in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Ødegaard. Time is running out here.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Ødegaard. Looking for a runner. Oh, that's clever. Schlotterbeck. That's Eze.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Chelsea have a free kick. Wan-Bissaka. Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And that is it. A real high-octane conclusion. Well, that was tense. The two parties... So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it is time to let them at it.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a game where the two key words are pride and courage, Peter. Pride in that you have to be prepared to fight for everything, and courage to be daring, to stand up and to commit yourself.
Things already rolling. Matheus Cunha.
Well, for any attacker facing him, Peter, trying to force your way through Rio Ferdinand must be a daunting prospect.
Well, he is one of the great English defenders of his generation.
Quite, Peter. His playing style boasts good speed and technique, a superb reading of the game. He hardly had to tackle. That in itself can be seen as quite an achievement. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And they've switched it over to the other side. Van de Ven. Gullit producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. That's a cute ball. That is good alertness. Not the most convincing of passes. Now he's running away. Now, who's going to be first to this? Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Thuram. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Neither side yet able to find the net. Matheus Cunha. This is a promising build-up. Mbappe! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, he's having a go! Same again, same outcome.
Chelsea really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Colwill. And it's Tchouaméni. And Reinders. Bruno Fernandes. Mbappe shapes to shoot! It's bounced back off the post. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And he's been shifted off it. That's good running with the ball. And here's Thuram. This looks promising. Nedved with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And he's taking no chances there. Mbappe. Reinders. And here's Thuram. And a chance! And that has fair fizzed.
Reinders clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Gullit. Now it's Gullit. And he cuts out the supply. Matheus Cunha. Looking tidy in possession here. Mbappe. Chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Now it's Reinders. And that's been drilled in. Yeah, he's fouled him there.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Nedved.
That's good play from him.
And he whips it in. And here comes the corner. Tries to get it clear. Chelsea have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Thuram, and he's certainly onside here. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. And no, that was never going to make it. Matheus Cunha. Bruno Fernandes. Reinders. Thuram. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Ferdinand kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Couldn't squeeze it through. Matheus Cunha.
2 added minutes
it's
has been
Tchouaméni.
indicated.
That's going to go a long way. To Bruno Fernandes. And it's Reinders. Looking to play him in. And it's half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent
That was the
performance,
first
Peter,
half.
but defensively,
Let's hope the
very
boys can turn it
composed.
up for the
The
second.
scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in this second half.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. Away we go again.
Chelsea are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
And here's Thuram. Seedorf.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And here's Thuram. And he shoots! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Seedorf. Schlotterbeck kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Gullit. Wan-Bissaka promptly onto that, and that is that. Ball is over the line. Wan-Bissaka. Van de Ven. And here's Mbappe. And the shot! And that's a good finish. Just as they wanted it, just when they wanted it. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. So the first goal of the game.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Rummenigge is onto this. That has ended up in no man's land. Aimed beyond the defence, and that is expertly dealt with. Donnarumma getting this one clear. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
This might spell danger.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Good ball, good take. It's Nedved! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Substitution for Manchester United.
It's their second corner of the game.
Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Number 3, Giuseppe
Cunha
Bellingham.
clears it away.
Coming on the field,
Manchester United have their third
Number 19,
corner.
Ibrahimovic. Number 14, Johan Cruyff. Substitution.
That has been knocked clear. Tchouaméni, Chelsea, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And they win it back again. Ambitious ball here. Well, that's well spotted.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And that's going to be a booking. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking for options for movement. And just a keeper in his way. Real chance! Well taken goal. A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Chelsea are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. And this is Hullet.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's Nedved. Tchouaméni. Oh, easy pickings there. And that has left him in a heap. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. And this is mid chance! And yes, it's there! Manchester United cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes. Chelsea surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Cruyff. It's run loose here. Donnarumma clears without hesitation.
Manchester United really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And this is Hullet. He's having a hit! Bruno Fernandes.
4 added
Wan
minutes has
Bissaka.
been indicated.
And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Now it's Matheus Cunha. And he's intervened well there. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Not the most accurate pass. Bruno Fernandes.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 8, Nedved.
Look, there has to be more
Number
urgency
13,
here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Bruno
Number
Fernandes is
Number
wide
10,
and looking to get onto this.
Number 12.
That's the keeper's ball.
Substitutions taking place.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Chelsea have emerged victorious in this match of... So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Familiar feeling this for you, Jim?
Well, it's certainly going to be huge, Peter. The demands, both physical and mental, on these players out there will be massive, and there's going to be a big responsibility on both captains to keep the players in check. We need talkers to ensure that everyone plays the game, and not this occasion.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That's a good ball. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And it's Reinders. Well, they can break here. Colwill cuts out the pass. Reinders. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Reinders clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, that pass isn't the best.
Well, for any attacker facing him, Peter, trying to force your way through Rio Ferdinand must be a daunting prospect.
And he shoots! And that's another fine save.
Another cracking save from the keeper, Peter. He's playing a blinder.
Quarter of an hour played. Rummenigge making a dash for it. And this is... And Gullit! It's a loose ball. Cross from Hakimi. Wan-Bissaka is there, and he can get that clear. Now it's Thuram. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Nicely shaped ball. Nedved is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Matheus Cunha. Tries a shot! Hakimi with the clearance. Now here's the... Oh, greatly! Oh, he's hit the bar! Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Great defending, strong and determined. Van der Ven. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Chelsea have definitely started much the stronger. They're far more creative.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Mbappe. Seedorf. No, that's been intercepted. Van der Ven. Bruno Fernandes. Gullit.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, that's fabulous. Gullit. Elects to cross. Wan-Bissaka is there, and he can get that clear. Big chance! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That has not gone well. Maldini.
Chelsea truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Bruno Fernandes. Matheus Cunha. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And he's quick to get rid. Wan-Bissaka. Here's Tchouaméni. And it's Reinders. He's in a good position. And the shot! And that is wildly off target.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Matheus Cunha. Thuram. Mbappe. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. And here's Mbappe. Thuram.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, what has happened here? That's really well cleared.
There will be 1 minute at a
Tchouaméni.
time.
Passing nice and neat. Thuram! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Thuram actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
This possibly the last play of the half. They've played it short. Backward it goes. Well read. And the danger is averted. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Chelsea
That's the
come in
first half.
at half-time
Let's
on
hope
the
for
wrong
more
end
of the
of a
same.
1-0 scoreline.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So straight into the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. It's a pretty loose pass. Wan-Bissaka. Matheus Cunha. And it's Tchouaméni. Now it's Thuram.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Here's Tchouaméni. And it's Reinders. Oh, super ball! Deftly away. Referee's given a throw.
Substitution.
And that's another throw. Matheus Cunha. Stood up well to him there. Rijkaard running with the ball. And he's picked out the run. He's in one-on-one. Chance for a shot! It's a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Substitution in progress.
Chelsea have opted to make another change here.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Manchester United are doing very nicely, thank you.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Chelsea still have the cards to affect this game. And here's Osimhen. He's being urged to shoot. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan. Alvarez really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Matheus Cunha. Alvarez! And he couldn't finish.
Alvarez has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Hakimi. That has ended up in no man's land. Osimhen under intense pressure.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Now it's Gullit. Van de Ven wins the duel this time. Francisco Conceição. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Tries to pass it through. Nedved. That is good strength. And it's Hakimi. And here's Gullit. Hakimi plays it in.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Conceição. And here's Alvarez. Nedved with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Bout of passing here, really easy. And a chance! Superb from Osimhen! A finish of true class!
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Substitution for Manchester United, number 9.
So we have movement on both benches.
Coming on
Chelsea
the field
cut their deficit and look
7,
raring to go again.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Real chance! And a neat finish! They have stolen must!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum, which augurs well if this goes to extra time.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Deftly away. And they're back on the ball again. Ødegaard. And it's Conceição. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And it's made its way to him.
3 minutes added time.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Alvarez. A header! And he can thump it away. He's a sharp little ball here. Alvarez gets flagged offside. Nothing in it still. We move to extra time. So still inseparable. What are you thinking, Jim?
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
Level after 90 minutes. There will now be
No winner
30
so
minutes
far,
of extra
but
time.
somebody has to be the winner. And extra time is next. No winner in 90, 30 more to come. Chelsea displayed great character to force extra time from what looked a pretty ominous situation. The question now is, can they go on to win it? It is doable. Rijkaard, now it's Mbappe. Oh, that was vital. And he's heaved it away. Ferdinand. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He's had a shot! Oh, he's done it! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Chelsea with the lead. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Francisco Conceição. Conceição getting forward. And here's Alvarez. Conceição.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Francisco Conceição. Oh, no joy this time. It's not an especially good pass, that. Nedved. Now, what about a counter-attack? Passes coming off in quick succession here. And it is half-time in extra time.
Please report to the staff room immediately.
Chelsea have done it in good style. Forced to come from behind, they find themselves in front at half-time, which is, for them, more or less ideal. The teams then separated by just one significant moment. How telling will that be? The next 15 minutes will decide.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 8.
And we're off for the final time.
Nesta.
This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it. And now for the final act.
Coming on the field, number 14, Johan Cruyff. Number 10, Pele. Number 12, Marcelo. Number 20,
Timber.
Bale. Substitution in progress.
Some good work on the right flank here. Can he get on the end of this? He can run onto that. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Chelsea clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And he's quick to snatch it back. Now it's Hullet. And Hullet! Defending of the desperate variety.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He is through here. Alvarez receives it in a wide position. Great vision. It's going to be another throw. Now it's Alvarez. That is lovely. Knocks it out wide. And it's Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka. Lovely bit of skill. Kvaratskhelia. Played out wide. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. That's tidy. Seedorf has quite the footballing brain. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Osimhen taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and
Unlucky
deservedly
lads.
so.
Let's hope for better luck next time.
The end of the game. Reflections?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans. Everyone pumped. Takes me back.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. it.